general. Maybe the emails are not relevant to them anymore because they've moved on. Ask them a couple of questions, leave some room as they're doing here where they can put in their own content, and not everybody's going to fill in the survey, but the ones that do give you some really good feedback. And another feedback point is look at your unsubscribe rate and how it behaves over time. When you see that it starts peaking, that is where you need to make changes to your email or your newsletter program, because that is actually the point where your readers are telling you it's no longer interesting for me. So when you typically have an unsubscribe rate of 0.1% and it spikes to 0.5%, that is where your statistics are telling you something is wrong already. Does that make sense? Okay. Once they filled out your survey, maybe you can give them other options at that point. Ask them, maybe they want to receive the RSS feed as from now, or sign up to the RSS feed as from now. Maybe they want to receive a catalog, give them that option to request that catalog. Maybe they just want to go back to your homepage. Just give them a couple of options. Don't just let them go without a fight. Make it as easy as possible for them to unsubscribe, of course. That's key. If they want out, make it as easy as possible. Don't ask for passwords. Don't make it really difficult for them to, go through the process of unsubscribing, because if your list contains a lot of B2C email addresses, and that means a lot of Yahoo, Hotmail, Gmail addresses, they actually have the option of reporting your email as spam. Now, if, for example, more than 0.3% of your list reports your email as spam at Hotmail, it's done. You can't send any emails to Hotmail anymore. You're going to have to be very polite and ask Hotmail to please allow you to send emails again, because they will just block you. They will put you on their blacklist. So make it as easy as possible to unsubscribe, because you do not want them to click that report as spam button. Another tip that I want to give you is put some effort in setting up abandoned shopping cart emails if you have an online shop. Because I saw a case last year, was a Dutch case, where the retailer managed to, they spent like 6 months implementing this, because they had 6 different systems that they had to make talk to each other. But once they've implemented it, their revenue was like this. Abandoned shopping carts are like a big opportunity also to get them back via email. Here's, for example, from drugstore.com, an example that says, an exclusive 1-week offer, get $5 off of an order of 50 or more. And then it says, during a recent visit you left 1 or more items in your shopping bag. This is a reminder that we're going to clear that shopping bag, so go back if you want to actually make that order. William Sonoma says, thank you for visiting our website. This is a friendly reminder that you may have items saved to your shopping basket and your basket will expire soon. So some information on how you can order. In this case it says, please visit us again and enjoy free shipping on your entire order. Purchase the items already in your shopping basket plus any of our other fantastic values with this very special offer. A couple of ways to actually make them come back to your website. The retailer that I was talking to you about before, the Dutch one, they actually did not refer in any way to items that had been left in the shopping basket, but what they did say was, or what they did send those people was an email with similar products as the ones that they had in their shopping basket. So if I would have put a dress and a skirt in the shopping basket, they would actually send me an email that featured dresses and skirts, just to avoid that big brother feeling, right? You do not want to tell them, hey, we saw that yesterday at 2:15 you were on our website and you looked at this and this and this product and you put this in your shopping basket, please come and sign out. Just make it a little bit more subtle. In this case here it says, we're holding your selected, I think this is actually a really good example. It says, we're holding your selected items in your shopping bag. Many of our popular and limited edition styles sell out quickly, so please check back soon to place your order. We saw that you were on our website, we saw that you put items in our shopping basket, in your shopping basket, and we thank you for that. Just make sure that you don't forget to check them out. And I just wanted to share with you a couple of ways that you can actually, do your messaging around that. Like, oops, did you forget something? Here's a quick reminder. Your cart will be emptied soon. Here's a last chance. We kept your cart open, and by the way, here's a special offer for, work around with deadlines. It's also an idea. You can download the slides later on, so you don't have to make the notes at this point. Some tips around shopping cart abandonment emails is test the timing at which you send out those emails, because that timing could be very crucial. Maybe you need to send them out a couple of hours afterwards, but also test a day, maybe 48 hours between actually the shopping cart abandonment and the email that's being sent out. And also test whether you actually need to have an incentive in there to have them come back to your shopping cart. Maybe you don't need to say, here's $5 or £5 off. Maybe it's just, a reminder that they have items in there that they want to check out. And make sure that you can send a shopping cart abandonment email if you do not have an email address. So somewhere very early in the checkout process, make sure that you capture that email address, because there's no way you're going to be able to follow up if you don't have that email address for that user. So don't act like Big Brother, as I told you before. And very important, don't train people to put items in their shopping basket because they know they're going to get an incentive and they can check them out later. I, for example, have become so used. I have all my domains that I have registered. I have registered them at GoDaddy in the UK, in the US. And what I do is when I want to register a domain name, I put them in my shopping basket and go away, because I know I'm going to get an offer. And I know I'm going to get a discount. Don't train them that they will get discounts. Here's a case, and I can't mention the name, but basically they developed an abandoned shopping cart email. They sent 2 days after the abandonment, they sent the email. No incentive whatsoever. The items were there for 2 weeks, so they didn't delete the items from the shopping basket for 2 weeks. And where they were only 2.7% of the volume of emails that they sent out, these abandoned shopping cart emails, they actually contributed to over 10% of the total revenue that they gained from email marketing. This is a really big money opportunity. Don't leave it on the table. Another very important thing is, did you know that 1 in 5 legitimate marketing emails do not end up in the inbox? That's 20% of emails that you guys are sending that are actually not arriving at their destination. What you need to do to get them delivered is make sure that you're using the right infrastructure, the right service provider that has actually the right ways of dealing with bounces and dealing with volumes that are being sent to certain IPs, ISPs and things like that. So infrastructure is a very important player in that, but it can only do as much. The fact that you have, for example, SPF and sender ID records set up in your DNS settings for your domain name is very, very important. So you basically, as a sender, need to tell the receiving mail server that the ESP, the IP address of the ESP that is sending this email is allowed to send emails on your behalf. SPF and sender ID. Look them up on the internet and you'll find a lot of information. You need those 2 very short text records to be added to your DNS settings, and it's something that even I can do myself, so it's not very difficult. Ask your IT persons and make sure that that is in place. DKIM is a different story, that's a bit more complicated, but it is also an authentication measure that says that you are who you say you are. So those two things you definitely need to make sure that you have them in place for your emails to be delivered to the inbox. Also, if you behave like a spammer, you will very likely get blocked. What is behaving like a spammer? Behaving like a spammer could be you do not take the effort to remove hard bounces from your email list, and a spammer typically doesn't do that because, you know what, they don't have anything to lose, they just change servers. You need to make sure that everybody that says they want out, or every hard bounce that you receive, and is there anybody that doesn't know what a hard bounce is? Raise your hands. Okay, so a hard bounce is actually a notification